It is a tag team match that will be refereed by Mr. Melvin Root. Our first team weighs in at a combined weight of 405 pounds from the GCW Training Center, Trainees number 1 and number 8. Trainee 1, Trainee 8, and their opponents, led to the ring by their manager and the maker of champions in GCW, Coach Chuck Farley, at a combined weight of 440 pounds, Chaz Wesson, Killer Keith Smith, the Old School Warriors. Chaz Wesson, Keith Smith, the Old School Warriors, and of course, Coach Farley, the maker of champions. Getting set to go, tag team action. The maker of champions, Coach Chuck Farley, brings to the ring Chaz Wesson, Killer Keith Smith, the Old School Warriors. And they're in there with a couple of youngsters trying to make a name, Trainee 1, Trainee 8, as these asshole fans chant Chuck's a virgin to Coach Chuck Farley. How do they know? He gets more ass than a seat at a bus station. As a matter of fact, Coach Chuck Farley probably fucked your mother and your sister. Locking up in the middle of the ring, Keith Smith and Trainee number 8. We've seen 1 and 8 team up here. They're trying to vie for a contract here in GCW where maybe they can get rid of those t-shirts with the numbers on them and go by a real name. And a win here tonight over the Old School Warriors would do wonders for that. Joining me now at ringside is a man who will be participating in a unique match, an original match here in GCW.
Hello.
Fight. Johnny Greenpeace is in the ring, will be in the ring tonight with Ryan Ash. Johnny Greenpeace, this goes beyond a wrestling match, any sort of angle, any sort of a work, as these jack-off smart marks in the crowd might say. This is a straight-up fight between you and Ryan Ash.
Something happened last month, an accident. Ryan fucked up, opened his big mouth and decided to do this little shoot match to try to make himself look better, I guess. I don't know what the hell to say. He'll learn a lesson tonight.
Johnny Greenpeace at ringside. Trainees 1 and 8 in control right now on the Old School Warriors. Keith Smith getting put through the paces by the younger, quicker athletes. Big clothesline by trainee number 1. Johnny Greenpeace, obviously you are an accomplished amateur wrestler, a man very skilled at this sort of a match. To my knowledge, Ryan Ash is just a goofy bastard that is more of a professional style wrestler. One would think that your style would really lend itself to this match.
Wrestling-wise, I have no concerns. I don't want to lose any teeth, so I'm going to wear a mouth guard, but he can throw all the punches he wants. Sooner or later, I'll get inside him, he'll get on the ground, and he'll get hurt.
Trainee 8 hits Keith Smith in the corner. Now walks him over. He wants some of Chaz Wesson, and that's a bad idea. Keith Smith hurt his own hand with that right hand punch, and now Coach Farley calling that jackass Melvin Root over to the corner as the Old School Warriors work dirty double pool tactics. What a drop kick by Chaz Wesson. He knocked the young trainee out of his boots. Big scoop and the power slam by Chaz Wesson. Johnny Greenpeace, you've been in there with the Old School Warriors. Do you think these kids have any sort of a shot here tonight?
Well, anything can happen on any given night, but I think the Old School guys here are going to teach these two guys a couple things. And, you know, it's one thing to work out in the gym, it's another thing to step in the ring.
Do you think that same theme will play itself out later on tonight if you and Ryan Ash lock up in a shoot fight?
I honestly can't say anything for Ash because I have no idea what experience or what he thinks he knows about shoot fights. I mean, I've got a few years of amateur wrestling experience. I've beat up a few guys in the past, so I'm not worried. I've wrestled a heck of a lot bigger and a heck of a lot stronger than Ash.
Chaz Wesson with a vicious clothesline. Trainee number 1 is in trouble. The Old School Warriors backing into the corner. Double team maneuver between the Old School Warriors. Chaz Wesson and Keith Smith with a double clothesline, and something went flying out of the mouth.
That might have been a tooth, and that might not be the only tooth we see knocked out tonight.
Keith Smith choking him down as Coach Farley again manipulating the referee, and look at Keith Smith pointing to his head, outsmarting the competition, and he just called out to you, Johnny Greenpeace.
Yeah, he was just asking me what's up. He's just showing the boys a little lesson here now. Watch this. Nice suplex coming up. Oh, 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 oh. Wow. Almost bent the poor kid in half on the way up.
Yikes. That one hurt as much on the way up as it did on the way down. And Smith pulls him up. Smith, not content to score a pinfall. He and the Old School Warriors have stated their purpose is to show youngsters like 1 and 8 that they have no business in a pro wrestling ring. Trainee number 1 is in deep trouble here as the crowd getting on Chaz Wesson, and don't they know Johnny Greenpeace? Dear God, look at the power. Wesson holds him overhead and drops him on his face.
Well, you got to realize, I mean, these two trainees have barely been in puberty, or had time out of puberty, I should say, since compared to what the Old School Warriors have been wrestling.
Keith Smith was wrestling when their mama's asses, or their mama was wiping their asses, and, well, maybe their mama's asses were being violated as well. Not to say that's not still going on. Irish whip into the corner, that moved the ring. What force by Chaz Wesson as he backs in for the tag to Smith. And they are punishing trainee number 1. Keith Smith trying to make number 1 quit. Even if the kid has too much guts to quit, that move will wear the young man down. And of course, if 1 and 8 are going to win this match, they need to score a surprise win, a high impact, high flying maneuver to turn the tide. And this is absolutely grounding trainee number 1.
Keep your eye on Wesson. He's got something in his butt. What's going on here?
Oh, looky here, looky here, looky here. Offering a helping hand.
These guys have worked this inexperienced referee to perfection and have punished these two trainees. Number one, he would have been done if Keith Smith didn't pick him up several minutes ago. You have to believe he's out on his feet. Smith, what a drop kick. Dear
Ow.
God, right to the chest.
Ow.
Trainee number
I don't know
8.
who's worse off at this point in time, the trainee or the referee. He's just lost.
Or trainee number 8 on the apron. What a shot by Keith Smith. And Coach Farley taunting number 8. 8 gets up. Farley, boy, nimble for a big man, Johnny Greenpeace.
Yeah. Nimble's one way to put it.
Coach Farley will be participating in a 4-ton
Here comes
four-way.
Wesson.
Double team in the corner. Wesson looking to pick a spot here. Number 8 got the tag. Keith Smith. Oh, big knee into the gut of Keith Smith. Trainee 8 backs away as the referee. Yeah, the referee called him off. Who cares what the referee says? Smith whipped into the corner. Big splash by number 8.
Ooh, come on now, take. Oh, there was a tag. There was an opportunity to tag. They didn't take.
A rare missed opportunity by the Old School Warriors, but Keith Smith nearly rolls him up for a win. Right hand by Smith. The Old School Warriors have been in complete control, and look, I think he broke a knuckle on trainee number 8's chin.
Yeah, see, I'm taking precautions against that, and I'm already wrapped up for the evening. I'd hate to break a knuckle of my hand on the little bony jaw of Ash.
Big knee by Wesson. Brian Ash certainly not worth breaking a knuckle over.
Or a fingernail.
Crowd
Losing a strand of hair. Ash isn't worth much.
The crowd getting behind the trainees here. The Old School Warriors teaching class in the middle of the ring. Double team maneuver here. Smith up top. Wesson clothesline. Dear God. They took his head off. And that's it.
Game, set, match. Have a nice evening, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners are the Old School Warriors. Ladies